Good morning. Good morning. I invite you to take a breath with me. That's what I'm going to be doing. So let's go ahead and just take a nice deep inhale together and come back to the body. Good morning, Al. Thanks for joining me. I'm so glad you're here today. So, hello, everybody. How is today for you? How are you tapping into the energy today? How are you feeling today? I am curious. I am feeling a bit heavy today, and it's a 4 energy today. So it's usually one of my favorite days, but I am feeling particularly avoidant this morning. I am not actually avoiding things. I'm just feeling that way. So I'm trying to shift that feeling. I think it's just my grief has been a little heavy in the last couple of days. So we are going to dive further into that energy, and I will just be bringing my grief along with me. If you've been on this journey with me, you know that that's where I'm at, and we're not avoiding, we're just walking with it, right? So if we haven't met yet, my name is Jen Kohler, and I am a self-mastery coach. I am a numerologist, and I am a Reiki master teacher. I am the creator of Embody Reiki, and it is a year-long deep dive into Reiki, intuition, and source energy, and so much more, universal law, all of the things. So good morning, Elaine. Thanks for being with me today. So as you jump on live, say hello, and if you jump on the replay, beautiful, divine timing, and I look forward to popping back in and saying hello to people. So let's talk about the 4. Good morning, Eliza. So let's talk about the 4 energy. The 4 energy on the low side, which I kind of like alluded to when I first got on this live, is this feeling of maybe a little bit of avoidance, a little bit of hoarding, a little bit argumentative, a little stuck. So in numerology, there's polarity, as there is polarity in all things. There is a high side and a low side to everything that is happening in our world. And the same goes for numerology. So if you wake up feeling those feelings, like let's say you woke up feeling a little avoidant, maybe a little stuck, a little like whatever, right? You could go ahead and recognize that you were feeling that way. This is how we work through the feeling wheel. This is how we work through our emotions, right? Is we recognize the emotion that we're feeling. We recognize the feeling, and then we look at it. We think about it. We talk about it. We move through it, and then we choose something else, right? So on the high side of the 4, and I can already feel myself moving out of that avoidant feeling, right? By coming on and getting on live today and all of those things. Good morning. So the high side of the 4 is really about like getting stuff done. It's like this experience of foundation, of tangible, of movement, of it's this safety and security that really resides in the number 4. And I am a number 4, and so I really understand the high and the low side of the 4. Good morning, Kyla. So glad you're here. So how are you feeling on this 4 day? Curious minds want to know. So, some other words that would come from the 4 would be feeling super productive, feeling hopeful. I always think of the 4 as a like looking at your calendar and like getting shit done day, right? So that is my intention for today, along with being really kind and gentle to myself, right? So Kyla says she's a 4 too, and she's feeling really good today. Love that for you, my friend. That is beautiful. So that's a little bit about the numerology of the day. The next thing that we are playing with this week is I am doing 5 days of learning how to detach from outcome, right? So this is something that I talk about a lot in my work. It's something that I think about a lot. And it's something that I have had to do a lot of work around because I have been very attached to outcome for my whole life, as probably many of you have as well. It is definitely something that we are conditioned to experience, conditioned to feel. And it's something that just it takes mindfulness to move out of feeling attached to outcome. And I feel like when I have truly started to understand becoming detached from the outcome, not just the words of it, but actually feeling that in my body and really feeling like I was able to surrender and to let go. I've been talking about this for a few days now in these lives specifically, is this experience of really letting go. You have a goal, you have something in mind that you want or that you want to do. Like, let's say, my husband wants to get a new job, and this is really hard for him. He can become very attached to outcome. And so I'm going to use that as an example for today. So yesterday we talked about just allowing yourself to become more mindful and becoming more of an observer of your mind rather than being attached to your thoughts. We talked about how we are not our thoughts, right? We are not our mind, right? Yeah, detaching from outcome, your main challenge. I think that is the main challenge for humanity, right? It's like one of the reasons why we're here and one of the reasons why the universe gave us Buddhism, which I love so dearly. So the second step that I want to talk about today is to distinguish between our ego and the actual situation. Okay, so let's talk about the job situation for my husband. Sorry, Bill, love you. So he's applying for a job. He doesn't get the job, right? He's super attached to like what's going to happen and how it's going to look and how he's going to do and how the interview is going to go and whether he's going to get it or not, right? He's hemming and hawing. He's totally in his head about it. And the thing that happens, so like, let's pretend like he doesn't get that job and then he's super disappointed, right? So when you become very disappointed, you are attached to the outcome, right? So if you are disappointed in an outcome, remember that this is not true. It's false, right? It's false because you never had it to begin with. You actually didn't have the job. So now you're disappointed over something that you were hoping for the future when you actually didn't even have the job to begin with. And so when you go out and you apply for the job and you sort of let go and you detach and you say, okay, well, whatever's going to happen is what's going to happen. I feel like it helps to alleviate that disappointment, right? It helps to alleviate that feeling that we have of creating the whole life. And it's not that we don't want to create our lives because we are the creator of our lives. But when we don't get the thing that we want, it's like, then we're disappointed in something that was never ours to begin with. Right. And so I think that this is a really interesting piece for me because, of course, I have created all of these outcomes in my mind. I have created lots of outcomes in my mind that then I am disappointed about. Clients. Think about bringing clients into your practice, or, I'm doing a huge launch right now, and I have really lofty, big goals. And so, am I attached? Maybe a little bit, but it's okay. I have big numbers in my mind, I have big numbers in my heart. I know that the right people are going to come in. The people who are coded to me are going to show up in this launch, and they are going to want to go and do embody Reiki, and they're going to want to do master the brain game because they're ready and they're coded specifically to me. And I have detached from that number. Like, I have a number in mind. I've written it down. I know what it is. And now I let it go. I let it go into the universe. I let it go into the ethers. And I say, whatever is highest and best for me is the right thing for me. So I love this, a couple of different little affirmations that we might use, right? So I am a victim of life. I am a victim to circumstances of life, right? So, this is happening to me. This is happening to me. I'm a victim. Or we could say, I create my own reality, which I believe. We could say, I'm in competition with everyone on the internet. I'm in competition with Tiara and Eliza and this person and this person and this person. Or I could come back to myself and say, that's actually just ego speaking. There is no competition. And I'm actually in harmony with everything in my world. I am in harmony with everything around me. So the ego is actually just trying to keep us safe and comfortable. It's a fabulous mask that we've all been wearing for many, many years. So I want you just to start to look at how you are feeling about the universe and life in general. Do you feel like life is happening to you? Do you feel like life is happening for you? Or have you even moved on to the understanding that you are actually co-creating everything in your life? You are the creator. You are the co-creator. You are creating with source energy, with the universe, and there is actually no victim. There is no competition. There's no martyrdom. You can just actually step right off of that drama triangle, and just be you. So this is my invitation, is just to be you. Start to distinguish between the ego mind and your intuition, your true self, your higher self, source energy, which is who we really all are, right? So I hope that this lands for you. If you have any questions or thoughts or ideas that you want to discuss, I love this. I love these conversations, and we have beautiful conversations just like this in our Conscious Conversations, in my Heal membership. It's a weekly spiritual mastermind. It is a beautiful space to come be raw, to be real, and to really talk about consciousness and what is opening up for you, what you're awakening to wherever you are on your awakening path. It's a really, really fun space to be in. So I invite conversation. I invite discussion. I invite different points of view and different thought processes. So I hope that you are all having a beautiful day. I feel better than when I got on, and I am really grateful for that. So thanks for letting me be here and process my thoughts and my emotions. And I have an invitation. It is not too late. I am doing a 3-day experience called Unveil Your Intention. It is taking numerology. It is taking aspects of the Master the Brain game. And we are going to create a statement of intention, or a statement of alignment, where we are going to, really dive into what your superpower is and how you can use that to create a statement of intention or alignment for next year. It's going to be super fun. It's going to be super easy. I have an amazing business manager, Pam Walrod, who has created the most glorious 21-page PDF. You've got to get this. It is so good, you guys. I love it so much. So I hope to see you all in there, and you're welcome. I'll see you all tomorrow, same time, same station. Bye, everybody.